Disclaimer. This particular episode of Life Before the Facility is purely imaginary. Nobody mentioned in this video is an actual person. There is no author or publication entitled Life Before the Facility. Please be aware that this video is intended solely for mature audience members. We'd like to provide a reminder that AGT2 and AGT Studios will not be held accountable for any unforeseen events that may be caused to viewers. We kindly advise viewing this material with caution. Hello everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Life Before the Facility. Written by Matthew Alexander. Read by me, John Carter. Chapter 1. The Escape. On September 12, 2007, somewhere located in Eastern Europe, Mr. Wallace Breen made a speech on national television that day discussing about how he will make City 17 a better place for everyone. He discussed about requiring all citizens to cooperate with the Metro Police and combine and assign jobs and occupations to all citizens that are living in City 17. He also claimed to prosecute any citizen who attempts to escape from the city and will be sent to federal prison for a long time. Matthew Alexander wanted to flee out of the country and emigrate to another for a better life. But he does not want to die while attempting to escape City 17. But why does he want to escape City 17? He believes that he is treated like dirt in the city. He claims that his old friend Daryl Johansson, former City 17 citizen who was killed by Metro Police after failing to cooperate after going over the speed limit over at 16th Street. This led Matthew in a deep depression after the loss of his old friend getting killed by Metro Police over speeding over the limit. Matthew wanted to get revenge at the Metro Police for killing his old friend all just because he was going over the speed limit. But at what cost? Matthew Alexander was having a hard time trying to survive in the real world due to the pressure he had to experience in City 17. He once said to himself, "The city I live in has been a huge issue to me and I want out. So I decided to plan an escape route out of this godforsaken town with the new friend I made while planning escape. I met a man named Stanley Maxwell who also grew up in City 17 as well. So what we did outside of working hours is we called in some people we knew to help out with our plan out of the city and emigrate to Syntax City. It was the only place we can escape to and hide up until the Metro Police give up on looking for us. And we had to change our identities when we make it there. It's important for us to start figuring out ways to escape the city without getting shot down easily." After while me and Stan deliberate our escape, we had to discern how to manage to hijack the Educate which could take us to Syntax City because the Syntax Town's Educate station is underground. And it's perfect enough for us to devise out which direction to take as soon as we hijacked it each. First, we had to sneak through the railroads that the trains ran on. Second, we needed to go through the empty garage units that tried at the Educate. Third, we had to climb a ladder that leads us to another garage unit that hides the weapons the Integrate uses. But by the point we climb the ladder that leads us there, Integrate elites and Metro Police have been simply there proper before we can even sneak in. However, we were capable of combat them off through stealing one and all their stun sticks and knock them out, and scouts borrow their greater weapons. Then our two different pals commenced supporting out by combating the Combine with us. It became crazy that we had been surely able to shoot a whole institution of Combine elites and Metro Police right earlier than they could even name for backup. We have been able to take some of the guns that could assist us hijack the train. This changed into time for us to make it to freedom. Syntax Town, here come. And so, me and Stan have been capable of search for the extra weapons we wished with the purpose to hijack the train. Lamentably for us, two of our insurrection pals died during the conflict with the Combine elites and the Metro Police. We can also have misplaced two of our relatives, however that didn't forestall us from attempting to escape to Syntax City. This time, we had to work on our own and we had to take drastic measures when it comes to hijacking a train. Chapter 2. Syntax City. Oh my god. We managed to hijack a train that led us to Syntax City. It may have been several hours to get there, but luckily, we've been able to make it to the town we were hoping to escape to. Although it may have been a bumpy ride out there, me and Stan were able to make it out alive thanks to teamwork. Oh crap. A Metro police officer somehow knew we made it to Syntax City. But how is that even possible? We literally hijacked the train just to get here. There's no way that officer managed to follow us all the way from City 17 to Syntax City. Unfortunately for us, we already wasted the bullets while shooting at the combined soldiers that followed the train we hijacked. And now we can't do anything to fight back at the officer. But for some reason, the officer claimed that the officer is on our side. The officer took off the mask and it was… Wait a minute. Hatsune Miku? What the fuck? Why is Hatsune Miku in this story? And how is she a Metro police officer? What the hell is this? Anyways, me and Stan looked at each other confusingly because Hatsune Miku claimed that she is on our side somehow. We had no idea what she was talking about, so we had to accept that a Japanese pop singer is on our side somehow. And further on, we made it to Syntax City. We decided to follow Miku to her hotel room to lay low for a while. I didn't want to be too stubborn over getting tricked into thinking that she works for the Metro Police. It did upset me a little bit, but I had to let it go anyways. Miku told us that she has been monitoring us through the security offices back at City 17. She told us that the way she followed us here is by hiding in the train's garage units that are connected to the trains. She didn't want to make any harm against us, so she wanted to hide us in her hotel room here in the city. But how the hell could she have her own hotel room if she is only 16 years old? But anyways, we entered her hotel room that's upstairs. When we got in the room, we couldn't believe what we saw. The kitchen had a slushy machine, rotisserie chicken, and fountain drinks that you see in restaurants. What the hell? How could she afford all of this? I mean, doesn't she have her own mansion or something? Well, I don't know how any of this works, but forget about it. She decided to let us grab a light snack from her small kitchen while we rest from traveling for a while. It feels a little weird to mention about hiding in a miner's room. Or hotel room, of course. But right now, we just decided to rest on the couch and watch a little bit of television until we get back on our feet right now. Can't really go on an adventure on an empty stomach. We have to think of another place to run off to because that police department we just walked past might have combined soldiers and Metro police waiting for us in there. They're probably planning a SWAT attack at the hotel we are hiding at. We had to think fast and travel somewhere else. Miku said to us that she has a car we can take from her in order to escape elsewhere. Miku told us that we can hide at the big city somewhere. All we had to do was take one of her cars and drive all the way from Syntax City to Big City. Miku led us to her cars that she's been storing in the garage. She showed us 3 different cars we can take from her. We decided to take the blue one. The blue car was good enough for us to take while we drive out of the city. Miku wished us good luck on our trip to the big city. It was tough enough that we had to escape to another city by taking someone else's car, but now we have to start escaping somewhere else. After another few hours of traveling, we finally made it to the big city. We couldn't keep traveling farther enough due to us having to deal with having to travel far and far enough. I don't know what else to even think of, but right now we stopped at the abandoned warehouses until we figure out another plan to even think through the whole thing. It was enough that I had to deal with all of this, but this is getting really annoying. Anyways, while we stopped at an abandoned warehouse just trying to grab some air. God, why does everything have to suck so much anyway? I know we just hijacked the train, hid in a hotel room, but this adventure fucking sucks too. This is just too painful to go through. Then all of a sudden, an old man accompanied with US Army men have approached to us looking peaceful to us and stuff. It looks like we managed to escape Eastern Europe and somehow made it all the way to the United States. Are they here to deport us back to City 17? Are they here to shoot us down or take us to prison? What could they possibly want from us? The old man said to us, Matthew Alexander and Stan Maxwell, the two people I wanted to speak to. We've been watching you do your stuff back there, and we want you guys to come join us in our recruitment center. Although we do understand that you two aren't born here in this country, but we can create some fake passports showing that you live here now. If you can just sign this document paper, we will start creating some documents and pretend that you live here in the United States. But we do have to take you to our recruitment center once you sign the paper. And we won't do any drastic measures on you as well. Being offered an agreement to join the US military? But I don't want to die that easily. If I join the military and fight out there, they're gonna grind me up into dog chow if I even fight out there. I can't risk another insane battle against another government if I have to. This doesn't feel right at all. I mean, yes, I did manage to hijack a train and stuff, but how can I join the military if I can have my own freedom instead? Stan put his hand on my shoulder and said, I'll sign the paper. And just make me my own passport. I'm sorry, Matt. But I know we managed to go through a lot together, but this time, I'll go in alone. And I will let you survive on your own. You take care, Matt, my buddy. Once I join the army, I'll make sure the Combine don't try to invade us here while I fight out there. I couldn't believe what I was hearing right now. My own best friend joining the military. And leave me all by myself. Has the world gone mad? And so, my own best friend has left me. Working for the military. I didn't let any of this slide. I couldn't let Stan join the military for a country he wasn't born in. So I drove the blue car Amika gave us and followed the green military car that was taking my best friend away. I couldn't be left alone this time. I am not gonna lose another best friend. Before my best friend can even leave to the plane that will take him to the recruitment center, I managed to make it right on time before they can even leave. I said, Stan, don't do it. I can't let you leave me alone. Stan saw me getting grabbed away by the army men right before he can even get inside the plane. He sighs and says, hold on. Let me talk to him. Listen, Matthew, I know this isn't what you want me to do, but I don't want Breen tracking me down either. But you must understand that I'm only doing this for you, my friend. I need to join the military so I can attack Eastern Europe with the weapons this country uses. But don't worry about me, my friend. I'm going to be okay, and I promise that everything is going to be okay. You're the one brother I always wanted, Matthew. I'm gonna miss you while I leave. But I promise that I'll be fine. Goodbye, Matthew. My best friend. And so, Stan has left me. Off to join the military for real this time. It's painful enough that my first best friend died from police, but now my second best friend has left me just to join the military. This time, I can't forgive myself for deciding to let my best friend leave me just for a government.